Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today is Thursday, and for some weird reason they decided to release a new movie on a Thursday, so I figured I'd watch it. If there's any new releases coming up that you want me to watch, drop in the comments down below. My goal is to watch as many as possible. They normally come out on Fridays, like tomorrow I'm going to be doing a couple. When things come out, I will be doing reviews for them, so please consider dropping in the comments down below any new movies that are coming out that you'd like me to take a look at, and I'll make sure that I at least try to give an emphasis on making sure I watch those. This is the only one that I'm aware of that comes out today, because it's a Thursday. The reason that this came out today was because Paramount Plus also dropped today. So if you guys have CBS All Access, that immediately transforms into Paramount Plus. To do that, you actually have to update your app in the Roku, so make sure you do that. Paramount Plus doesn't look very different from CBS All Access yet. It's got some more content, I believe, and it definitely dropped this movie. And today, I'm actually kind of excited to talk about the Spongebob movie, Sponge on the Run. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, was released in 2021 and is written and directed by Tim Hill. I do want to mention that it technically was released in 2020, but not in the U.S. The official U.S. date is March 4th, 2021, so it came out today. Because they were waiting to release it in theaters, but then theaters never opened, so they were waiting for the release of Paramount Plus, which came out today as well. So it is technically a new movie for us. There was a limited showing of it in 2020, like I think it's mid to late 2020, and some people got to see it. I didn't get to see it, so I watched it today when it came out. But I liked it. So SpongeBob, right? I'm not going to explain SpongeBob to you, but essentially, King Poseidon has a snail that he rubs on his face to get rid of wrinkles, which is really fun. I think it's a cool idea. And his snail gets dry, so he no longer has juice to put on his face. So he puts out a calling for new snails, and Plankton realizes that, SpongeBob's gone, they're not going to be able to make Krabby Patties, so therefore he'll get the formula. Because Plankton. And so he kidnaps Gary, brings him to Poseidon. So then SpongeBob goes all crazy trying to find, Gary, and so he goes to the Atlantic Lost City with the help of Keanu Reeves, and they get there and they basically, tell Poseidon, you don't have to be super good looking people to like you, and he's like, oh, okay, and then he gives him the snail back. I think in terms of a SpongeBob movie, it's good. It really is. I grew up loving SpongeBob. It's always been like my favorite cartoon, my favorite Nickelodeon cartoon show. I loved it. I still watch SpongeBob like today. I do. I love SpongeBob. I think it's a really great show for children. A lot of people disagree, but I actually really like it. And I think this worked really well for them. I honestly didn't think it was going to be very good at all because it's a SpongeBob movie and they don't really do very well with them sometimes. This one was pretty solid. I actually really enjoyed it. The animation's a little funky and a little weird, but, you get over it pretty quickly. There are a lot of issues with the movie, though. It's very cheesy, and there's a lot of jokes that don't quite land the way I think they're supposed to. There's a lot of dated jokes, and by that I mean, in a few years, no one's going to understand them. So it is not a perfect movie in terms of it being a film, right? I think that it's really solid in terms of entertainment value, right? If you wanted to watch a movie but not really have to pay attention to it and analyze it or whatever, you're not going to want to watch Inception if you want to just kind of watch a movie. This is definitely a movie where hey, I've got some friends over, we want something to play and watch while also kind of talking. This is definitely one of those where you can kind of sit back, relax, and just kind of let it go. It's a fantastic movie in terms of entertainment value, but in terms of an actual film, it's not the greatest. Again, there's a lot of plot issues. It's not very well crafted, not very well thought out. The villain, there wasn't really one. I guess you can count Poseidon, but it was kind of dumb. There was one part that I really liked, the end of the movie, where they kind of discuss SpongeBob and how he met everybody. And I thought that was kind of sweet. It's an aspect that we haven't had yet in a SpongeBob movie, which is why I think it's so unique. Even in a SpongeBob show, we haven't had that. We even casted a young person to voice young SpongeBob, which is the first time that Tom Kenny didn't play SpongeBob. He did play SpongeBob regularly, but he didn't play the young version of SpongeBob, which is why a different person had to play him, which is interesting. But overall, I think the movie was good. I don't think it was bad. It is a kids movie, so it's not really my demographic, but I do like SpongeBob in general. I am going to rate this in terms of what I thought, in terms of it being a film as well as entertainment value. Keeping both in my grasp of understanding. I think it's a good movie. I think it's worth a watch. It's only an hour and 40 minutes long. It's on Paramount Plus. If you have Paramount Plus, go check it out. If you have CBS All Access, you have Paramount Plus. That is the way that it works. If you guys want a video explaining how Paramount Plus works, whatever, I can do that. Drop the comments down below. But I'm not going to, talk about the acting here, because it is all voice acting, all original acting, voice actors. Keanu Reeves is in it, but he plays basically Keanu Reeves, so it's fine. They do a lot like they did with David Hasselhoff, the first movie, back when I was a kid. But yeah, I think it was a really fun movie, really solid movie. I didn't have any problems with it. I may watch it again in the future if I want to watch something in the background or whatever, but overall not bad. I enjoyed it, but again, not exactly the most original movie of its time, and definitely far from a very well scripted piece of film, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a B+. If you guys have the time, go ahead and check out Sponge on the Run. It's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. But I think that's going to do it for today. If you haven't seen, my Cafe Society review is out. Also, in terms of subscribers, when I upload this video, I have 92 subscribers. When I hit 100, no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to drop whatever it is I'm doing, watch The Room immediately. I'm going to film and edit and upload a review of The Room, which is considered one of the worst movies of all time. I'm going to do that for you guys. And then, when I hit 150 subscribers, I'm going to put on my Spider-Man mask here, my Spider-Man onesie over there, and my Spider-Man slippers. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to film it. I'm going to buy something that has Marvel on it, check out, and then leave. That is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to film it for you guys. So consider subscribing, because it's a huge help, for one, and for two, I think it'll be a fun little thing. And then once I hit 200, I'll do something else. I'm going to do 50 for now in terms of subscribing incentives. And then once I hit 500, I'm going to go to 100s. Until I hit 1,000, then it'll be thousands. But I think it'll be a fun little thing for me to do. So if you guys want to have me do these things that are awful, consider subscribing. But other than that, that's all I got for you today. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.